guys! We are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and rainbow Mr. Big Bad Boy himself, LR Metal Cooler. In terms of the build here, I just feel like going like additionals and crits is the way to go with this guy. I don't know that it matters so much, right? If you want to go full crit, I feel like it's fine. Full additional is probably fine as well. You know, full additional, maybe you can get a little bit of extra defense if he double supers. I know the unit is meant to die, but, you know, I think double supers a lot of times can be good, right? You know, there will be situations where you die and he revives, and then you would then obviously not want him to die again, so additionals could be good. I think any mix of additionals or crits will be good for this guy. I don't like the idea of full dodge on him. I do want to give him just the 3 dodge for the YOLO. It could be good. Maybe, theoretically, I could lose because he'll dodge a super attack that we would have revived on. It's possible, but it's also possible that we die, right? And then the second Metal Cooler, you know, mine will 3 dodge super attack that would have killed him, and we already used a revive. It's possible. Either, you can't say any scenario is either more likely than the other, right? So I think 3 dodge is fine. This is actually a character I don't like the idea of going full dodge here. No. Just give him crits and additionals, and you're going to be good to go, right? Let me get him the Link level 5, and we'll test the bad boy out. Alright guys, we are here in an event. Let's see how LR Metal Cooler can perform now that we are at the Rainbow Star level. Damn, we're up to basically set. The one thing that is sick about these Carnival LR teams is just having the full 200% up, man. Like, you know, you just have so much health. I feel like I really like Wicked Bloodline a lot better than Powerful Comeback too, in terms of how the team is structured and stuff like that. Although, to be fair, Powerful Comeback is definitely going to be a lot stronger. I mean, with the LR Goku and Vegeta added, and then, of course, also LR Metal Cooler. Let's see how we do. Remember that we are not going to have access to Big Bad Bosses, probably through a lot of the portions of this fight, with, you know, being not at Link level 10. Right, we know how this works, right? Metal Cooler is a character that really thrives off of being at Link level 10 because he's a Big Bad Boss's character. It's how it works. So, LR Metal Cooler, I will be honest, I have soured a little bit on Goku and Vegeta. While I do think that they are very good top 10 still, I think both Cooler and Goku are top 10, I feel like there's a good chance that Metal Cooler, I might actually like him better than the Goku and Vegeta. Because it's like, I feel like Goku and Vegeta, they take more damage than I was expecting. Even through their damage reduction. I just think that there's Goku and Vegeta, it's very difficult to transform with them. And then, you know, you have that little hole where they could take a lot of damage. I feel like there is a big difference between 20% damage reduction to 30. I don't know. Metal Cooler here, you at least are able to play around. Oh, we got Golden Frieza in slot 7. That's crazy. LR Golden Frieza in slot 7 is huge. Because that means his damage reduction, like, decrease starts right here. So, yeah, by the way, LR Golden Frieza, you want him to start in slot 7. That is so big for him, right? Because then that means his damage reduction is going to be active longer throughout the fight, right? Like, you'll get his full buffs up later into the fight, but I think, again, LR Golden Frieza is outstanding. I'm not really too sure about these two LRs, right? Metal Cooler, I like him a lot, but I'm very anxious to get him full level 10 links, and then let's just, you know, go set him off against all these, you know, tough red zone bosses. See how he's going to be able to perform against them, you know, with higher defensive stats, right? Once he builds up. I mean, that healing of his, again, I just feel like it really wouldn't be that impactful if it wasn't, like, he's on teams with, like, some of the best defensive characters in the game. These Golden Friezas, LR Janemba, right? Good old Final Form Cooler right here. You know, he pops off 3, 4, 12 key super attacks. He's able to tank these big bosses. Because the whole point of healing is really good. But, you know, a lot of these red zone bosses nowadays, like, they don't give you a chance to heal. They take you from 100% HP to 0% HP in one hit, one turn, right? So it's like, oh, congrats, you healed, but too bad you're dead in one shot. But with the Wicked Bloodline team, it's much less likely. Or even if we're running Final Form Coolers like Movie Boss team, which Metal Cooler I think will work really well in there. He's not going to have the 200% leader skill, but, you know, we would be able to have, like, LR Janemba on the team and shit like that. Are you kidding me? Dude, please. Sometimes it's just so frustrating making these. Like, why is Janemba attacking the last slot 80 times? Can someone tell me, please? Why are you attacking the last slot 80 times, Janemba? Come on. This is brutal. This is brutal. This is so bad. Why? Dude, why is he attacking the last slot 500 times? What is the purpose of that? We're screwed. Great. Okay. Well, here's one of these turns where we're going to go 100% HP to 0, by the way. Okay, one issue that I think definitely can happen a lot. Metal Cooler, I think, can struggle for key. I've had a lot of rotations now where it's like Metal Cooler is just not easily hitting these 18 key super attacks and stuff like that. The good news, I would say, is that it's not like Metal Cooler. Are you kidding me? Okay. Let's hop right back in, I guess. Cool. Sure. This is an amazing run. It was very fun. Very fun. Alright. We are back in. Okay, this is a nice, beautiful turn right here. Yeah, we're going to be able to get a lot of key in right here. Okay, nice. Maybe we could see Janemba try and super attack Cooler so we could get the nullification in. You know, it's interesting. I've noticed that there are a few bosses that turn, like Red Zone Broly's first turn is a physical attack. This Red Zone Janemba's first turn is physical attack. A bunch of these, like Red Zone bosses' first turn are physicals. We're taking a lot of double-digit damage right there, right? Like, he's tanking pretty well. Again, remember, it's the one thing that I almost sometimes wish I wasn't even running, whatchamacallit, without, like, I kind of wish I wasn't even, like, using Big Bad Boss's characters until they're Link level 10, because it's just, it actually is just night and day how much their performance will go way up. But, like, you know, I just sort of do the same format of, like, you know, 55% videos, Rainbow, and then we'll do the level 10 Link, after we do, you know, a bunch of, like, you know, sort of difficult content showcases for them. Now, Metal Cooler, like I was saying before, I think he can struggle for key sometimes. But the good news is that it's not like he needs to hit the 18 key, right? Like, oh, once he hits the 18 key, he gets like 80 additionals, or he's stacking defense or something like that, right? It's like, you can miss the 18 key and you'll survive, because he's still getting, like, his defensive increases and stuff like that, so that's good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let Golden Frieza go crazy right here, that's fine. Hopefully Cooliza doesn't get tagged with a super attack again right here, but we'll see. I probably should have used the Scouter item. I did bring a Scouter item, so we could potentially, you know, utilize Metal Cooler with his revive and stuff like that. Again, remember, Metal Cooler is able to nullify this Janemba's attack. I actually have gotten Cooler's nullification a couple of times now, because, you know, a couple of these bosses, right, that Red Zone Janemba right there does that, the physical unarmed attack, so Cooler can nullify it, which is good. But yeah, I think the main draw of this character is he just has like very high stats combined with all of the healing that he does, right? 10% healing at the start of turn. If your HP is under 50%, he gets another 10% healing. And then you also get 10% HP at the end of the turn after he's hit. And then he gets 5% additional HP on that if there's another ally, Metal Cooler, in the same turn. So it's like we're just going to be regenning so much HP throughout these runs, right? 400k, no support. But again, you know, Thirst for Conquest could be Link level 10. Big Bad Bosses could be Link level 10. Don't forget, Metal Cooler does have that very powerful auto regeneration link, right? Which gives 5% HP regen and 5% damage reduction. But we'd have to get him next to another Metal Cooler. Perhaps Part 3 could bring us, like, a better Metal Cooler to use with this guy. It's very possible we get that, right? Like, you know, maybe one of the type Metal Coolers can get an EZA that would make them a little bit more relevant or something like that. Okay, the one thing I'm noticing, so Metal Cooler does get 100, he massively raises attack for one turn on his 18 key. Him massively raising attack, it definitely does impact his 12 key damage as well, right? Like that's definitely much higher than I typically see from his 12 key supers. You know, I'm kind of, do I like Metal Cooler better than Goku and Vegeta? I might. I think I like Metal Cooler better than Goku and Vegeta, man. After using them at Rainbow level, I probably so. Okay, so this is going to be a good turn for us with Metal Cooler, right? Like, we're easily going to be cooking against this Janemba. Let's just put him in slot 1. This is not my rainbowed metal cooler. What is 55% right here? But, you know, we can see him hopefully juice it up a little bit. And let's give Coolies a super attack. Hopefully Janemba's not going to super attack Coolies at the end. Okay, cool. This is fine. So this is a 55% metal cooler right here. I mean, again, this is a rainbow metal cooler showcase, so not really too worried about the friend. That's a lot of damage, but he's not built up yet. Okay, the good news is we did take enough damage right there that we'll probably have big bad bosses up on the other cooler on this next turn. Yeah, because Golden Frieza, as stupid as he is, he's not taking damage. I'm telling y'all right now, if I'm gonna do an update to my top 10 LRs pretty soon. Will I do it in a couple of days, or do I want to wait potentially to see what part 3 looks like? I don't know. I might like Golden Frieza better than both of the part 2 LRs, Metal Cooler and Goku and Vegeta. But I'm not like setting that in stone yet. I need to use them a lot more. Okay. So we could use our active skill right here. I almost don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm actually not going to use the active skill, because on this turn, I want Big Bad Bosses to be activated. So we could use the active skill. Remember, starting from the 5th turn, if we've been hit 7 times or after we revive, the active skill could be so clutch, right? We potentially could, we heal 30% HP from that. Like, that can actually be a game changer, depending upon the situation. All right, let's see how we do right here. Hopefully, Janemba supers right away on my Rainbow Metal Cooler. Let's see what our damage is. Our damage should go up quite a bit, too. Yeah, we'd probably be over 10 million if we were at full key right there. Not bad. And I mostly gave him additionals, so he's gonna get the additional pretty often. At my Metal Cooler, he does have a decent amount of crits too. Oh, how much is this gonna do? Yeah, sure. Let's see this. So he supered once. We have Big Bad Bosses up. There's for Conquest up. Oh, okay. 62. That's nothing. I mean, we have type advantage, sure. But it's like, that's... Considering Metal Cooler, one of the big purposes of this unit is to just die, right? Like, I do like that. This Wicked Bloodline team feels very good to me. Potentially even running Final Form Cooler's team, right? Where now we could have a 4, like, the core of Final Form Cooler's team would be Final Form Cooler, LR Metal Cooler, LR Janemba, LR Golden Frieza. Like, that's ridiculous. That feels like the strongest core of any team to me, right? Like, you just run those 4, and then you do whatever for the last couple of slots, right? That feels really good. And the healing, there's the healing kicking in right here. See, dude, like, you do this. Like, yeah, Golden Frieza here in slot 1. Now, Golden Frieza would take... Janemba would hurt Golden Frieza if Golden Frieza takes a super right here, but... we're not going to die. I'm going to save that physical orbs right there for my Metal Cooler next turn. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, let's see how we do right here. If Janemba supers right away, he'll be able to do damage to Golden Frieza. This Janemba hits hard. Right, this guy is this is the strongest... Well, it is what it is. Sometimes the bosses can't connect. That would have done, I mean, at least, I think, probably like a good 250k or above. It might have been a lot more than that. It might have been like 350. We might have eaten from that or something like that. I might be underselling Janemba a lot, but I don't... What turn... Was Golden Frieza on turn 1? Yeah, we might have eaten like 350 or 400k from that super attack potentially. So that dodge saved us a huge amount of damage. How much dodge does my Golden Frieza have? Let me double check that. I'm actually not 100% like sure of how much dodge my Golden Frieza has. I definitely think I gave him at least a little bit. Oh, I'm stupid. He's got full dodge. Okay, I didn't even remember that. Okay. All right. I guess let's just pop these active skills. Let's just absolutely just ass blast Janemba right here. Might as well, right? There's no reason not to.
前の生命エネルギーをすべてもらう。いいぞ、もっと吸い取れ。
All right, beautiful. We should be cooking now. Here, let's just go ahead and get max key right here, and let's see how we do. Yeah, not bad. That was pretty clean right here. If Janemba super attacks us, I don't think he would kill this metal cooler in one hit. I don't think so. And even if he did, we would revive, right? Because that's the whole deal with this guy, is that we just come right back. Yeah, go ahead and kill us. We're right back. Okay, we got, damn, only an additional normal right there. Super. Do it. Super. 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 Alright, yep, you're dead. Okay. Yeah, Metal Cooler does feel really good. It certainly helps how powerful the characters are around him, right? Like, we're using Metal Cooler with Golden Frieza and LR Final Form Cooler, and like, they're all linking good. They're all powerful two-way LRs, strong offensively, strong defensively. I do feel like they could have given Metal Cooler a little bit more. They could have either given him additionals or crits, which made him a little bit better. I think they could have potentially allowed it to where he can link. I think just a line in his passive that he can link with any character named Metal Cooler, no matter what. So AGL, EZA Metal Cooler, in EZA Metal Cooler, he could link with them. I think that would be good. My preferred thing would be if this guy had a permanent scouter. I think that would be just lovely. A permanent scouter on this guy would be so sick. Alright guys, I just want to get a couple of quick rotations in for Metal Cooler, sort of before we finish up right here. So my Metal Cooler has taken one hit so far, so this is him with just like one buff. We're sitting here next to STR Cooler. By the way, I still think that this STR base form Cooler, we potentially could see this guy EZA in part 2, or excuse me, part 3. I mean, I just, like, what else are they going to do? I have no idea what part 3 is going to look like. I couldn't even begin to guess, besides potentially guessing that guy's EZA. I mean, how hype would that base STR Cooler's EZA be? It would be huge, phenomenal if he got an EZA, right? So I think that probably is what they're going to do. And it's like, man, you think about, I mean, it would, I would think that STR base Cooler, it's like you could be like, oh, worried, like, oh, hopefully they don't fumble him and stuff like that. But remember, he was so ahead of the pack on release with such a strong kit that I think the chances of that STR Cooler being very good and very powerful, even with a mid EZA, I think are quite high. I think even if they don't do very much to STR Cooler, he will still be effective on like this team next to LR Final Form Cooler and LR Metal Cooler and LR Golden Frieza, right? Like these characters are all going to work so well together that I think he's going to be fine pretty much no matter what, right? So we do want to keep that in mind. But like I don't know. I need to quickly get both Goku and Vegeta and Metal Cooler to level 10 links, and I want to do a lot of runs with them in these red zone stages because I feel like I'm not quite positive of how I feel about either unit, right? Like, I just want to see a lot more situations happen. We need to go fight, like, Cell Max, right? The toughest boss in the game. Even though Goku and Vegeta are AGL, you know, that would be a really good test for them, I think. You know, Metal Cooler. You know, Metal Cooler just comes in, he takes this huge damage from Cell Max, but then, oops, you know, he just revives. Tough, right? Like, that would be kind of cool. Okay, let me just do a nice rotation where we get, like, Metal Cooler just, like, fully built up with a bunch of support and stuff like that, and see how we're looking from that point on. Alright, guys, this is a pretty nasty turn. So we have Metal Cooler fully built up. We're not going to have Big Bad Bosses up, of course, because we're not Link level 10. But, I mean, fully built up, we're at 466k right here. I mean, I'll certainly take that. We can get the 18-key super attack for LR Int Metal Cooler, which will give us a little bit of extra damage. Let me just quickly change a little bit of this right here so we can get full 24-key. This is a decent rotation. Let's see what damage Rainbow Metal Cooler does right here with our links looking like this. We got a nice amount of support, right? And we have, you know, a bunch of these strong links activated, like, you know, Thirst for Conquest, Auto Regeneration. Remember, you don't want to sleep on Auto Regeneration. 5% HP regen, 5% damage reduction. I think that's a very strong link. I just wish it was a little bit more, like, reasonable to get that activated a lot. Although, I mean, as you guys can see, this in LR Metal Cooler can put in work, right? Like, this unit is solid. They got their really powerful linking partner that they needed in the LR Metal Cooler, right? That will make this Int Metal Cooler, I think, a lot more effective in difficult content. All right, what do we get right here? What does Physical Metal Cooler give us? All right, 1,000,000 attacks, sure. 9.57, that's without big bad bosses, right? So you think about this guy, right? Remember, he gets 30% defense with every super attack. So that defense of his is jumping way up, right? He potentially, we could have double supered right there. That's just the one thing is like, that 9,000,000 attack set, like that's good, right? Like I'm definitely not going to be mad about that, but no built-in additionals, no built-in crits, right? It's like we see tons of these units, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, LR Final Form Cooler, right? Remember, the level of unit we're comparing Carnival LR Metal Cooler to is, well, this is mine right here. Final Form Cooler, Carnival Goku, LR Vegeta and Trunks, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, LR Gods. Like, that's the only thing, is we're comparing Metal Cooler at the highest level to these other characters. I just feel more comfortable. I mean, Metal Cooler is probably outputting more damage than Vegeta and Trunks, maybe, but Vegeta and Trunks have built-in additionals and built-in crits, which Metal Cooler does not, right? But I just feel like Metal Cooler, he I don't know. When he's built up, when you get that extra 4 key, if you've got, like, good orb pathing, like, he can consistently hit those high numbers. It's hard to say. This Metal Cooler is very good. I just feel like they could have given him and the Goku and Vegeta just a little bit more. I think just a little bit more would have sufficed for both units. This guy, once Big Bad Bosses is up, he's going to be hitting, 5, 6, 700k defense is a lot. The ability to get, a get out of jail free card with his revive is going to be very helpful. I think, he's going to have a long lifespan, similar to like PyCon or one of these characters, the tech androids, right? Potentially with their Ghost Usher effects and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think of this LR Metal Cooler. He is very, very good. We're going to do a full world tour of him, taking him into all these difficult content stages. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.